Hello, welcome to today's episode of Break the Limit. I am Paul Chris-Salaam. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about lies. Like I said in the last episode, we are going to be using historical accounts to make a point. Let's dive right in. I want to tell you a story about a remarkable group of men that changed the face of U.S. military history, Air Force especially as we know it. But before that, they were denied military leadership roles and skill training. Why? Many believe that they lack what they call the aptitude for combat duty. They were told that they were not intelligent enough because they were black. They were deemed inferior to white, relegated to support role because they believe that that's the only thing they can able to handle. Flying plane for the U.S. military was not in the future. They were told that they could not do it because their mind could not handle the complexities of modern weaponry. The system told them that they were just an experiment that wasn't supposed to succeed. But in the face of racism and ignorance, they became one of the most celebrated units in the U.S. Air Force history. They were so indispensable or so good and important that the white bombers trusted them to escort them in enemy territory above their white counterparts. Who are these men? They were the Tuskegee Airmen, the 99, the 100, the 301, and the 302 Fighter Squadron. What a fighter squadron, for those of you that don't know, is an operational unit in an Air Force consists of 2 or more flights of aircraft and the crew required to fly them. A brief history of these men. Now, before 1940, African Americans were forbidden or banned from flying for the U.S. military, though they were freed many years back. Thank God for civil rights organization and black press that pushed the system and its result in the formation of an all African American or black pursuit squadron. For the training site, the War Department chose the Tuskegee Army Airfield in Tuskegee, Alabama, then under construction, home to the prestigious Tuskegee Institute founded by the one and only Booker T. Washington, was located in the heart of racist Jim Crow South. In 1941, they later become known as the Tuskegee Airmen. Tuskegee Airmen is the reference to all who were involved in the so-called Tuskegee experiment, as they call it. The Army Air Corps program was assigned to train black to fly and maintain combat aircraft. They consist of airmen, pilots, bombardiers, navigators, support and maintenance staff, instructors, and all the crew or personnel who kept the plane and pilots in the air. After their training, for their first mission, they were posted to North Africa. They flew missions in rundown or second-hand plane called P-40, which were very, very slow and more difficult to maneuver than their German counterparts. After the commander that was assigned to them complained about their performance, even though they were given the wrong tool, they were shipped to Sicily. In early 1944, with the odds stacked against them, this pilot shot down 12 German fighter planes in 48 hours, which was not a small feat even today. These black men went the distance towards proving themselves in combat. Together with their brothers, the 99, the 100, the 301, and the 302 Fighter Squadron, this squadron of black pilots and other personnel made up the new 332 fighter group. The pilot of the 332 began flying, this time a good plane, P-51 Mustang, to escort the heavy bombers of the 15th Air Force during the raid deep into enemy territory. The tail of these planes were painted red for identification purposes. Many movies have been made about these men, and in them the enduring nickname Red Tails. These men were so fierce, they were so good, that in more than 200 escort missions, these black pilots' success rate was more than double than that of their white counterpart. Whether they were escorting a bomber or piloting one themselves, their success rate was way above average, better than the entire Air Force. By the time the 332 flew its last combat mission on April 26, 1945, 2 weeks before the German surrender, the Tuskegee Airmen had flown more than 15,000 individual sorties. Over 2 years in combat, just 2 years in combat, they have destroyed or damaged 36 German planes in air and 27 underground, as well as nearly 1,000 rail cars and transport vehicles, and a German destroyer, which was not a small feat. In all of the thousands of men that we are part of this so-called experiment, a part of this unit, only 66 Tuskegee trained aviators were killed in action during World War II, while 32 were captured as POWs after being shot down. Their impressive performance earned them more than 150 Distinguished Flying Cross, one of the military's highest honor, and helped inspire the eventual integration of the U.S. military. Now, the moral of the story: no matter how powerful it seems, a lie seems, it cannot stop you. These men were excluded, rejected, relegated. Their very humanity was in question, but to prevail against a system that was set up to stop them. These airmen proved that they can't be stopped, despite the bad condition that we are thrown into. They were called an experiment. They proved that even an experiment can work better than expected. People may try to shut you down, but what they fail to realize that only you can stop you, and even you cannot stop you. I know this to be true, that God is not in the business of stopping you as long as you're doing the right thing. God is in the business of empowering people. He's a maker of men. These men went through rejection, bigotry. They still prove that when you are pushed, you push back with your mental prowess, you push back with your determination, you push back with your goodness, you push back with positive result. Only practical changes can humble a proud system. The best way to silence your opposition is not with fighting, physical violence. No. Know this like you know that you're a woman or man. They can't stop you unless you allow them to stop you. The Tuskegee Airmen had bigotry, racism, which is the product of ignorance, and a whole political system arrayed against them, but still they pull through and prove that those that try to stop them are not big enough, that they are the one the military was waiting for. You are the one your generation have been waiting for. No one can stop you. No one can take your dignity or respect away without your permission. Know this. The Tuskegee Airmen did not allow lies to define who they were. Don't allow lies to define you. Like, subscribe, and share, and God bless you.